G'day guys. So, question I get asked a lot is what's with the goggles and whether or not it's just some sort of prop that I use as sort of my brand. There's actually a story behind them, and anybody that's ever had to have a metal shard taken out of their eye because of an angle grinder is going to be able to heavily relate to this story. Metalwork comes with inherent dangers, and one of the biggest ones is flying hot things. Flying hot things for any metal worker can come from an angle grinder, the sparks that come off an angle grinder. But if you use a solid fuel forge like me, you also get the flares from burning charcoal or coal or even coke. Have them occasionally. Every so often the air just explodes, which sounds funny, but it's true, and anybody that works a solid fuel forge will know that. And when it explodes, it's sort of like little firecrackers will appear in the air around you. Vent hoods and things, of course, minimize that. I don't have a setup like that here, but I will. However, sometimes even doing forge welding, you do that initial hit and you get the blast of the slag that pops out, and that stuff can ricochet and fly around. You definitely don't want it hitting in your eye. Now, yesterday while I was working, I had a piece of steel hit would have been my eye, so hard that I actually heard the dink as it hit the tempered glass, which these actually are. Now, it does make me look a little bit like a Mad Max villain while I'm wearing them, but these keep me very, very safe. Now, the reason I wear these and not other safety glasses, I will explain. I started out, as most people do, with a pair of these. You know, they slip on, easy to wear, and they do a decent job. However, when you work a solid fuel forge, you are creating air currents by superheating an environment. It actually creates new air currents, and those air currents, when they hit a body, will curve around. So you'll get a little spark go through the air, and then it'll hit your head and go whoosh, and that's just a thing that's happening all around you as you move. So those sparks in the air as you turn may suck against you. When you're wearing something like this, the sparks have all of this area around here and across here that they can actually get in and stick in your eye. And it's one of those things that there are hundreds of them around you that miss completely. They go past you or bounce off your clothes or in your hair or somewhere like that. But it only takes one hit you in the eye to ruin your day. So you might think, what about something like this? A good old full face shield covers everything and there's no getting around, but it will still go around the sides and into your face, because your breath is also creating air currents that when you breathe in, it's sucking around the edges and it just causes a problem. I then moved to a set which I've had a look for this video. I can't seem to find them. It's a pair of DeWalt safety goggles that actually have rubber coating around the outside and look like a pair of sort of aviation goggles. They were much more protective, but they had two very large problems. One is that they fogged up, and if you're trying to do accurate metal work, you don't want foggy goggles, because that will make it harder to see, and then you're more likely to make mistakes and injure yourself. And I'm a bit of a workplace health and safety nut, as you can probably tell from this video. The other problem was that the vents on the side that it was attempting to prevent fogging up actually were forward facing. So when things flew at you, they could hit the vents and then ricochet straight into your eyes, and that's a bad day. After a while, just by chance, I came across these. These are German made. They got stainless steel frames on them, so they're pretty indestructible, and actually tempered glass, safety rated glass. These aren't just sort of cosplay props or anything. These are for metal workers. They have interchangeable lenses, and you can put welding ones in there, or you can put UV blocking ones for when you're working with gas forges that get quite bright, because it's quite dangerous to look at those all day. Or you can have the clear lenses, which I prefer. Now, the good thing is they have actual leather seals around there, and there is no way for anything to get in past those seals, because they are fitted to my face. They're also very adjustable here, and here, and here. And the air vents on them are shielded and pointed backwards, which means they don't fog up ever, and it's also glass rather than plastic, which makes them even less likely to fog up, except on particularly humid days. And even then, they don't fog up while they're on my face. They'll fog up if I leave them here, because a lot of heat comes out the top of your head. And because they are so well sealed, if I am wearing a respirator here, anybody that's worn glasses and a respirator will know that your breath puts hot air up into your glasses and tends to fog them up. These don't have that problem because of that seal and the backward facing vents. It's always breathing from behind as well, and it's a good practice, because all of the dangerous sparks and things are generally coming from the front. not just a gimmick, actually they're for very good safety reasons. Now while I'm talking about safety, I thought I would mention a couple of other things. I've been, upgrading my safety. A lot of people in the workshop start out with earplugs or maybe little portable ones like this that they can just sort of easily hang in their neck and stick up into your ears. These will not really protect your ears all that much. They're great for convenience, but then you might want to upgrade to something like a pair of these, which they're pretty good. You can get these cheap, they're $15, $16. I recently upgraded to these, which are actually noise cancelling, and they will block out sound so much that they actually have started creating a new danger, because I will forget that I've left a tool on. I can have my grinder running and I can't hear it because these work so well. But they have a microphone in them, and you can actually press a button to turn off the music and switch to a live audio feed of what's happening outside the headphones, so you don't have to take them off. But that live audio feed will still be protected. It clips volumes as you listen, so that's very good. Next up is your breathing protection. Now, if you're doing any grinding or power sanding, working with wood or metal, it doesn't matter. There are particulates in the air that you are breathing in, and you don't want to breathe that in. It's not good for your lungs. Your lungs can filter, but only to a certain extent. I started out with this cloth one, which actually has replaceable inner filters. This sort of goes on like that. And I don't know if you can still hear me, but it worked pretty well. It was alright, but it was nice and soft on my face. It's good for large particles, not so great for small ones. And especially when you're power grinding for, for example, knife making community, really fine talcum powder sized particles fill the air and you're breathing in literally metal. Not good. So very much worth upgrading to a proper respirator. Now, when I say proper respirator, this one is not exactly high-end. However, it is a full two-stage respirator. You have your large particulate filter, and then you've got your small particulate filter, and these are both replaceable. Nice rubber seal on it makes it nice and comfortable to wear. I sort of started a thing on my social media, which I highly recommend you get into, is rate your workplace health and safety on a scale of 1 to Mad Max Villain, and try and aim toward Mad Max Villain, because for reals. How do you like that? I don't know if you can even hear me in this. Basic rule is, if you don't look like a Mad Max villain, you could be safer. You've only got one set of eyes, you've only got one set of lungs. It's not really that much of an investment to really get stuck into it and protect yourself, because you don't want those accidents to happen. It only takes a bad accident happening once to stop you being able to have fun in your workshop, making things, living the blacksmith's life. It may look silly, it may look goofy, but hey, I own it. My eyes are protected. I'm safe. If you like the video, hit that like button. If you love the content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Feel free, if you're feeling generous, to support me on Ko-fi. Links down below. You can buy me a coffee. It's a very small one-time thing and it really helps me out. Or if you like the things that I make, check out my Etsy store. That's also linked below. I sell a lot of one-of-a-kind items that are handmade. It really helps support my work and lets me keep doing what I love for a living. I hope you guys are all having a great time. Stay safe, wear that safety goggles, and try and look like a Mad Max villain. See you guys.